Welcome to Solin Speaks. I'm Dan Solin, and as always, we're diving into the real-world challenges and opportunities financial advisors face. Today's topic, one of the biggest shifts we've ever seen in the financial world, the great wealth transfer. That's right, we're talking about the trillions of dollars set to change hands as baby boomers pass their wealth on to their heirs. I use AI technology to create these podcasts for those who prefer learning by listening. I know your time is valuable, so I keep these podcasts under 10 minutes. My co-host is David. Are you ready, David?
Oh, I'm ready, Dan. I just hope the boomers' kids are too. You know, they're about to inherit not just wealth, but all those dusty Hummel figurines and collectible spoons. It's going to be life-changing, and not necessarily in a good way.
You're not wrong. This wealth transfer is about more than just money. It's about planning, relationships, and avoiding costly mistakes.
Dan, I hear numbers like $84 trillion being thrown around. Is that for real? Or are we just getting swept up in the hype?
It's very real, David. Over the next couple of decades, we'll see the largest intergenerational transfer of wealth in history. Baby boomers hold the majority of this wealth, and as they age, it's going to flow to millennials and even Gen Z. But here's the thing, it's not just about the size of the transfer, it's about how it happens.
And I'm guessing that how part is where financial advisors come in.
Exactly. Advisors have a huge role to play. Without proper planning, this transfer could create tax headaches, family disputes, and even wealth dissipation. It's like handing over a Ferrari to someone who's never driven a stick shift. You need a plan to keep things on track.
Okay, let's talk about the human side of this. Because money isn't just numbers, it's emotional. I mean, have you ever seen siblings fight over who gets grandma's china?
Oh, I've seen it all, and you're absolutely right. Emotions run high during wealth transfers. That's why advisors need to act as more than just financial experts. They need to be mediators, educators, and sometimes even therapists.
So, what's the first step for advisors to help families avoid emotional landmines?
Communication. Advisors should encourage clients to start conversations with their heirs early. Talk about what they're leaving, why they're leaving it, and how they'd like it to be managed. Transparency can prevent a lot of misunderstandings and resentment later on.
Dan, let's get practical. What should advisors be doing right now to prepare their clients and their clients' heirs for this wealth transfer?
Great question. Here are a few key strategies. 1. Education. Help heirs understand the basics of financial management. Some may be inheriting significant wealth for the first time and won't know how to handle it. 2. Estate planning. Make sure clients have updated wills, trusts, and beneficiary designations. This minimizes confusion and tax implications. 3. Tax strategy. Advise clients on strategies like gifting and charitable contributions to reduce tax burdens. 4. Family meetings. Facilitate discussions among family members. This builds trust and ensures everyone is on the same page.
And what about advisors themselves? How can they position their practices to benefit from this shift?
Another great question. Advisors should focus on building relationships with their clients' heirs now. Too often, wealth changes hands, and the heirs take their money elsewhere because they don't feel connected to the advisor. By engaging with the next generation, you're not just managing wealth. You're securing your own future as an advisor.
Let's flip the script for a second. What are the biggest mistakes advisors and their clients make during this transfer?
There are a few, but these are the top ones. 1. Ignoring long-term care costs. Many boomers will need significant health care in their later years, which can eat into the inheritance. 2. Assuming heirs are ready. Don't assume the next generation knows how to manage wealth. Many don't. 3. Delaying planning. The earlier you start, the better. Waiting too long can lead to rushed decisions and missed opportunities.
And let's not forget the classic mistake, not updating documents. I mean, do you really want your ex-spouse still listed as a beneficiary on your 401k?
Exactly. Keeping estate documents current is crucial. It's a simple step that can save a lot of heartache.
So, Dan, let's wrap it up with some forward-looking advice. What's the one thing advisors should focus on to make the most of the great wealth transfer?
Focus on relationships. This isn't just about numbers and strategies, it's about trust. Build connections with your clients and their families. Be proactive, not reactive. Advisors who position themselves as partners in this process will thrive.
And for anyone listening, remember, your role as an advisor is more than just managing money. It's about managing lives and legacies.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Solin Speaks. If you found this helpful, share it with a colleague or client. Until next time, stay focused on what really matters, helping your clients live their best lives.
See you next time, everyone.